What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. It is Thursday, March the 16th, 2023. In today's video, I'm going to spend 15 minutes gloating about the fact that I told you to buy the S&P 500 at 3,800, said it was going to 4,000 based on the McClellan oscillator. Whoops, wrong video. In today's video, I'm actually going to talk about two stocks that I did tell you to buy that are up 40% and how the Fed just came in last night, when there was absolutely no bulls other than moi till 2 o'clock in the morning, telling you that this bear market that has gone on for the last 14 months is about to come to an end. All that and more coming right up. Who's having fun? I need to know in the comments. Who's having fun? The Dow's up 275 points. S&P has added 55, NASDAQ's up over 2%. As I said at the open, I have nailed this market going back a year and a half. I have called the tops February the 3rd, 4182 on the S&P. I've called the bottoms on Bitcoin multiple times. And yeah, while it is overbought at 26 and change on that topping tail, you're not going to see sub 16,000 on Bitcoin anytime soon. And then you extrapolate that over. How about that for a word? You extrapolate that over to our small cap trading account, which at one point last year was up 1,600%. But after massive outperformance for almost a year, we got kicked in the balls right along with everyone else. I hear you, Ma. Sorry, ladies. It is what it is. 80% of my audience, 75 to be exact, according to the YouTube analytics, is men. So I tend to talk like an alpha, a sigma. That's a new thing now. Sigma man. I'm as real as it gets. So ladies, I hope you have a sense of humor. You know I got mad love for you. And fellas, for those of you that did grab your nuts in the last few days and buy some ENSC as low as 51 on Friday. Where is it now? 70. Where do I think it's going? Well, let me just say this. North of 75, and then I'll let you know when we're going to pull the trigger. My goodness gracious. Is Campbell Soup? Is Coca-Cola? Is T-Mobile? Verizon? Are they up 40% in a week? You know, I have told you guys repeatedly, at trysmallbiz.com, we have 373 premium members that pay me $1 a day. $1 a day to entertain the hell out of them on Twitter, almost ready to hit 11,000 followers. Please follow me there. Look for the blue check. And I'm also on a mission, in case you haven't noticed, to help you make money in the stock market. Some people have shared screenshots of their brokerage account making over 10 or even 20,000 a month, paying me $1 a day. But we do have a challenge with 6,399, almost 6,400, that have joined trysmallbiz.com in the last year and 1 month. We turned a year old on February the 23rd. And I decided, you know what? Rather than raise the price, I'm going to keep it at $1 a day until next year. But we keep losing people. And before I tell you how the Fed just bailed out the stock market, and this is just the beginning of the turn, I had a phone call, and you can call me at 866-2-SMALL-BIZ. I am behind. I have about 6 calls to return. Some have been waiting 4 or 5 days because when I disappear on Twitter for a few hours, I'm trying to pay my bills. I don't have enough people paying me $1 a day. Just a few hundred. A third go to taxes in the government. A third goes to Facebook, $100 a day in ads. And the rest I try to live on. It's not enough. So I'm asking you guys for support. If you want the kind of stocks like ENSC and TRKA, didn't I say in the last video yesterday, buy it on a pullback at 20 to a half and hit 26 and a half? And then if you sold it, and some of you did for what? 35% overnight. I said, buy it back at 23 and a half, and it hit it. Last trade 242. So ENSC going higher, TRKA going higher, and I hope to see our premium memberships go higher. All I'm asking you guys for is $1 a day. You're on the homepage 100 times a day. You're first to come up and search in your category. I promote you every year to more than 160,000 people on social media. So please, if you're already a member, hit that red upgrade to premium button. If you're among over 100 that stopped paying, please resubscribe at trysmallbiz.com. Before I talk about the two stocks I just referenced, last trade on ENSC 71.5. Oh boy. You remember that? I got fired 2 weeks ago from a guy who said to me, and I quote, why did you get me into that piece of shit biotech stock at 48 cents at one point? So I have a question for that guy. Hey, pal, you mean the one that's going by on my ticker now at 72 cents? The one that you could have made almost 50% on after you fired me? So folks, if you haven't figured this out by now, these types of stocks, when they're out of favor, they could be lying flat on their back, trading no volume, or getting hammered as TRKA was, down from $1. The damn thing went from 13 to $1 back down to 19.5. You had a 78.6% Fibonacci retracement. We started buying it around 23. I said, get some more under 20 or no more than 20 and a half, and kaboom. No news. What's going on right now? Well, the Fed just injected 73 on ENSC last trade. And I just said, I think it's going north of 75. Then it's going to be close to that 30% magic number. The Fed, yeah, I got to fix the chair. The Fed just injected, and it's only the beginning, $2 trillion of overnight lending capital. You may have seen the news go by that they're in negotiations with a number of major banks, JP Morgan, etc., to sell FRC. You mean the stock that I told you to buy at 17 and sell it, and you can see multiple posts at 50? Last trade, 23. So you got me in, or I could have, at 17. You told me to sell. Yes, I did, on multiple occasions at 50. The bank run is done. Look for the posts. And now it's back to 23. And my answer to the guy who asked me about 30 minutes ago, leave it alone. Can it bounce? Sure. But you just tripled your money if you followed my advice. You made up to 5 times on your money on WAL if you followed my advice. And I'm asking you guys again, for the God knows how many a time, $1. Can you imagine if I didn't have to go run off and do other things? I could tweet all day. I could find the next TRKA all day. I could promote you all day. I could spend all my time talking to premium members on the phone all day. I could dedicate it. That's all, folks. Slow down, Jason. I could dedicate my life to educating and entertaining small business owners on Twitter and in these videos in an effort to help you and your family make more money than you ever dreamed possible. And again, some people, Jason Fung, F-U-N-G, one of our original premium members, shared a screenshot the other day. He's made 53 grand in the last year. He's paid me $1 a day annualized, and he pocketed, what is that, 500? 200 to 1? It's ridiculous. Please get a premium membership. You'll be glad you did. The Fed also announced they got something called FedNow coming in July. Basically, the banks are going to get money at will, same day clear. So here's what I think is going on before I talk about those two stocks. The Fed is most likely, if I had to flip a coin and take a guess, one and done. I think they're going to hike one more time and get real dovish in the press conference. Say, we're going to pause. We think we've done the majority of our work on inflation. You got commodity prices, the Baltic Freight Index, which is down 80% in terms of the cost of what it takes to ship something across the seas. Lumber's down 79%. Gasoline is down 40% here in Atlanta from where it was. I could keep going. The only thing that doesn't seem to be down, and maybe you can tell me in the comments, is beef. I get these little like ribeyes, maybe 10 ounces, $18 at Kroger. Used to be about $8. So everything outside of, for the most part, beef is way down. So it looks to me like one more hike, very dovish press conference, $2 trillion available right now, trillions more with the FedNow, etc. By July, you've got the ECB and the slow down, Jason. You've got the European Central Bank and the Swiss National Bank, which, yes, lost $158 billion in the last year or two. basically pledging to backstop Credit Suisse. So if you're asking me, Jason, what do you think is going on? How come you were the only bull who was up until 2 o'clock last night? Not one single person on Twitter, not one, even the most perennial bull, Tom Lee at Funstrat, who blocked me a long time ago. He was on CNBC shaking in his boots. Well, I don't think that, we're going to be able to get much of a rally here with the markets done. Bullshit, Tom. And now he's out there again today. Well, it looks like that we've got relief coming from the Fed, and maybe our target of 4,600 on the S&P is too aggressive, but somewhere around 4,350 is definitely doable by the summer. Lesson of the day. When everybody else is fearful, we are greedy. There was not one fucking wrong button. Not one bull anywhere to be found yesterday than right here. And I had a guy, Herman, that was your name, I remember you, pal, on YouTube saying, well, that's an awful wide range from now until Memorial Day to call a bottom. Anybody could do that. Well, we're trying to avoid the iceberg. And in this case, the Titanic, in my opinion, is going to miss the iceberg. We're not going down to the bottom of the ocean. We are about to see a massive influx of liquidity. We are about to see M2, the money supply, get off its back at a 40-year low. You're about to see the central banks from every major country juice this market up again, while at the same time, by the third quarter at the latest, cutting rates. The tips market says we're going to see a full point off. I say close to half of all the hikes are gone by Christmas of this year. And then you're going to roll over one day and you're going to say, wow, look at all those presents under the tree. Hey, Helen, can you get me a quote on this S&P? Jason mentions it in his videos. Yeah, 4780. Where was it when we threw in the towel and made fun of Jason along with everybody else? 3,800. What? 3,800. So it's up 1,000 or close to it. What is that? 25% move from here to Christmas? Yeah. And by then, it's too late. In closing, finally, only 40% of you made it according to my analytics. If I do a 15-minute video, they check out on average around 7. TRKA, I think it's going in the low to mid 30s. Look for 80 plus on ENSC, and I think that's enough for today. So until next time, please get a premium membership at trysmallbiz.com. Always remember that I love you guys and gals, and thanks so much for watching.